Hello, everybody. How is it going? Oh, hey, my inscription.
So damn excited for Chroma.
Well, I guess there we go.
//.
Thank you very much. So, what we're doing today is we're just going to play Chroma. That's it. So, before, it was always a very controlled environment where we did like one game or something. Today, that's not the case. So, what we're doing today is we're just going to do a normal stream of Chroma as if it was any other game, and we're just going to play it. Now, I gotta go ahead and say a bunch of things right away. There's still bugs, and there's quite a lot of them. Hey, the Bandit. Thank you. Oh, T-Bandit. Thank you, thank you. There's still quite a lot of bugs, and a lot of things are still not in the game that would make the game prettier. Right? Like there's some UI elements that haven't been updated that we have already created. There's some card art that we have already created that we haven't put into the game yet. Because the difficult process there is really creating it, and putting it into the game is pretty quick. It's just grunt work, and we haven't gotten around to it. Next time you see the game on my channel, I will actually, the game will hopefully be in the prettiest shape it can be. And at that point, the game is actually going to be publicly available for everybody. And the demo version of the game, as we call it, will be able to just be downloaded on Steam. We'll include a link and everything. And you can just try it yourself then. Today, it's still a fairly private affair. But anyway. So we're going to go into our deck builder here. You may notice we have changed quite a few things. So you can see that the card frames, the way the cards look, has been adjusted quite a bit. Also, there's a lot more cards. There's a lot of cards at this point, actually. It's starting to really feel like a much more complete package. It's not quite at the point, you know, where like a full release version would be, but it's getting there. Anyway, I already have quite a lot of decks. So this is, by the way, one of the UI elements that isn't quite fully there yet. I do have quite a lot of decks that, you know, like are something that I just play with. But before we do any of that, I want to make sure I explain the game, right? I want to make sure to explain the game. So we're going to start with that. So, the way the game works is it's a digital card game, or it's like a traditional card game, meaning you build a deck of cards. Fairly straightforward. You can see I have the Egotist here. I put the Egotist into the deck. I get the Egotist. And I can put up to 3 copies of a card into a deck. Right, I can put 3 copies of this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and this, right? I can just put up to 3 copies of each card. There's a few exceptions to that. So, for example, Luma right here is a legendary card. This one you cannot put 3 of, you can only put a singular on. Aina is also supposed to be legendary, but currently he isn't. So anyway, there are 4 colors of cards. There's red, green, blue, and purple, which is at the start. Alright, and purple. The way you build a deck is you start out by choosing one hero. So there's a bunch of heroes available, right? So if we want to, like, for example, what would you guys like to do? Would you like to build something a bit more aggressive, or would you like to build something a bit more... You know what, let me actually start with a blue deck. Here, let's go with Minerva. So, we have selected Minerva. Now, Minerva, as you can see, has 2 abilities. She has the first time each turn your hero is attacked, deal 1 damage to the attacker. And she has, that's her passive ability, and then she has active, deal 1 damage to 2 different targets. Every hero has that kind of setup, where you can see that this one, Muse, right here, the first mana you gain is of all colors, that's her passive, and then she has an active ability, Scry 1. So we're going to select Minerva here. Now, Minerva also has a predetermined mana pool. So you can see that she has up to 8 blue mana available here, right? So we can select up to 8 blue mana, or up to 4 purple mana. And you can combine that in whatever way you want, right? You can build it like that. You can say, okay, I want to put in some more purple here. I want to put in some more blue. That kind of thing. It's up to you. A lot of this comes down to what kind of deck you're trying to play. So this is where we kind of have to ask what kind of deck we want to play. Now, there's a variety of different card types. And I'm going to now construct a deck really quick with the goal of showing off all of them. Well, most of them. I can't show off weapons because we have blue and purple. But that's okay. So yeah. Now, you can see that the game only is displaying a limited selection of cards. That's because if we have the switch right here, and if you tick it, then the game basically shows you only the cards that your hero can actually play, which is a really convenient feature. It's really nice. You can turn it off if you want to, but by default it's turned on.
Baumi.
Hey, Silver Never King.
Excited for Chroma. I want to make it one of my core games once it comes
well,
out.
I hope.
Keep
Yeah, that
on
sounds
working
good.
hard at it.
I hope you're gonna like what you see today. So, can you only select one hero? Well, every deck has one hero. That's all they've got. They don't have any more than that. Right? Does Chroma run on Linux? We are trying very hard to have a Linux and a Mac version available as well. And eventually it's also going to be on mobile if everything goes well. Anyway. So, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Might want a way to use the scroll wheel here. Oh, you can use the scroll wheel. It's just a little bit slower. Like, it's just a little bit slower. Because there's a buffer in there. So you don't accidentally scroll through the entire thing. I like using the buttons here because I can just scroll through the entire thing super quickly. But if you want to, you can use the scroll wheel. That's already in. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and just put a deck together. Alright, let's go ahead and start by putting a deck together. So I want to start with a little bit of blue here. Because I want to try playing this card in particular, Master of Arms. This is a card that's actually fairly significant for what I'm trying to show you. So we're going to do that. Now, it requires double blue in the beginning, means our first slot is also going to need to be blue, meaning we'll get Old Sorcerer in here and the Benefactor, which are just kind of like some nice, good old creatures. Then we need to think about what's our win condition, like how are we trying to win here? Are we trying to control? Are we trying to be a bit more aggressive? I think what I want to use is I want to try and win for being a bit more aggressive. Why do some cards look like a Kid Druid? So Mickey drew the card art for some of these cards. So you may notice that the Priest of the Church has nice professional looking card art, while the Protectors, they don't. They just have this. That's because this is development artwork, right? What we did is, for all of the cards, like, we're working on making more artwork. Right, like I can show you really quick, like there's literally artwork that's in development at this very moment. So for example, this is what this process kind of looks like. Right, but this is artwork that's being worked on right now. Now the thing is that we, for testing purposes, still want to have some artwork in the game just so we can see what the different cards look like just so we can like tell the cards apart a bit more easily. Imagine if they all had the same artwork, it would be a bit difficult, right? So Mickey went and made some artwork. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I think we're gonna go like crazy. We're gonna build a bit more of an aggressive deck. So this right here is Destruction, which is a card that deals 15 damage, which is a lot of damage. And then we can go ahead and maybe put this in. That's a bit more burn. We can put in... why don't we put in here Peaceful Evening? And we can put in Spellbook. Which are... What I'm going for right now is a deck that's kind of meant to be... Actually, let's get rid of Spellbook and let's put in... the Blessing of the Moon. Here, Moon's Blessing. There we go. Knight of the Church is good. That's like a good aggressive card that will help us. Just kind of like continue with the snowballing. And then, so what are we looking at? Knight of Church requires 3 purple, 3 blue by turn 4. So we probably want to put our curve like that. And let's have a look at what we can even play. We could play Beholden Becomes, which is nice. Bloom Vagrant is good. But overall, our early mana is looking a bit sketch. You know what? I actually think it might be better if we get rid of the Old Sorcerer and the Rich Patron. And we put our purple mana first. That way we can play Radiance, Eager Apothecary, Spirit Sprite. We can also play Bluecrest Villager. And we can also play Living Rampart. All of which are really good cards. Do you kind of see how this deck construction becomes really interesting? Because like I just swap 1 mana around just in the order. And now I like basically like open up a whole new thing that I can do. Oh yeah, but now I've made the mistake. I'm an idiot. Now I can't play Master of Arms on turn 2. Yeah, that was actually the point. That's why we had 2 blue mana in the first place. Yeah, I'm a doofus. Now this is where we need to evaluate. Is that important? To be honest, I think with the way the deck is going, actually probably not. We can probably get rid of the Master of Arms. Right? That's fine. Let's put in more of these guys again. And we'll just ditch the Master of Arms. I still want to play Knight of the Church because it's a really strong, kind of just like in-your-face type of card. We can play Beholds and Becomes, although it's a little buggy right now. Maybe we shouldn't play that. So let's look at free mana. Oh, free mana. So that's something that's cool, right? We had some really nice 1 mana and 2 mana cards from purple, but blue is a bit more limited in that way. But we have some really nice free mana cards from blue. So for example, the Sage of the Old Arts is nice. We can use probably... Do we want to get the Raven? The Raven can be used to overwhelm, but the Raven doesn't really do any damage. Ah, man. Protectors are good for creating more resources. We can use Color Splash. This is something that allows us to repeatedly deal damage. This is where the deck building becomes really tricky. Oh, we haven't even looked in the multicolored cards. So let's have a look at those, right? Search for Truth. Actually, probably pretty good as a 2 mana play for us. Where we don't really have anything that necessarily needs to be in the guarded stance. So if we just play Radiance on turn 1, Search for Truth on turn 2, we get a 5/6 immediately swinging. That seems kind of nice. We could do something like Ray of Hope, although that would need our mana. Either we would need to adjust our curve, or... Lost Lantern. When we play a spell, draw a card. Whenever you draw a card, deal 2 damage to an enemy hero. This could be a lot of resources again. We don't really have that much more that we can do here, so let's just put in a Boundless Spire, why not? Or maybe some multi-shot? Okay, I don't know. So, we're gonna name this Minerva stream. So, we've just built a deck right now. I have no idea if it's any good. We're gonna go ahead and just go in and see. Alright. So, you can select what mode you want to queue here, right? Best of 1, best of 3 are available, and also a mode called Random Decks, which I really like. So, in Random Decks, you are given a random deck. So the way Random Decks works is you get a random hero. That hero gets a random mana curve out of the mana they have available, and then you're given a random deck you can play with that mana curve. And it's, I don't know, it's a really fun mode. Like, I like it a lot. But anyway. Also, I don't know why I'm like on the left side of this camera like that right now. We're gonna just like move the camera. There we go. Look at me. Technology. So we're just gonna see who we end up playing against. So we've got some people queuing right now. Let's get into a game. I hope. It can take a little bit sometimes. You can see we've made some adjustments to what the board looks like as well. There we go. Oh shit, am I blocking the mana curve? Ah, I'm blocking the mana curve. Alright, I gotta move my face around a bit. Alright, we'll just put my face up here. There we go. So, if we look at our hand right now, we have 5 cards that we can't play on turn 1. Because this guy is 2 mana, these guys are all 3 mana. So that's not good. I can choose once to shuffle back my entire hand of card. I don't have an option of choosing which cards I want to shuffle back. I can only choose to shuffle back the whole thing or nothing at all. I'm just gonna go and shuffle back the whole thing. We ended up getting a pretty decent hand of cards, I think. It's alright. So that's a brutal start for us. That doesn't really work. Now, immediately, you can see in the bottom right corner, we have gotten a purple mana. Every turn, we get 1 additional mana, right? Like, it increases upwards. So, we will have 1 purple mana now. Next time, we'll have a purple and a blue. And, wait, you can't see? God damn. Okay, wait. There we go. Okay. Look, I got it. I got it. So I've got a purple now. Next turn I'll have a purple and a blue, and so on. Our opponent, who's Shu, is playing Paladin. Paladin is a hero that has 3 different kinds of mana. So you can see that Shu actually has 3 different kinds of mana in his mana pool. He's got a purple, he's got purple, red, green, and then it kind of like starts over again. Right? But like 1 purple, then 2 red, and then 2 green, then a purple again. It's interesting. Like you kind of need to think about what does that mean. So playing 6 purple by turn, like 2 purple by turn 6. Like if you want to think ahead that far, like what cards does that mean that Shu can play, right? Why is Shu playing 2 red that early? These are all options, right? These are all things that you need to consider and think about. So right here, the Radiance attacked us. We took some damage. You can see we now have a little bit of a particle effect that indicates when you're dealing damage to something, because my Minerva hero passive immediately shot back for 1 damage. Now, this is not a great situation for us. Radiance is a so-called enchantment creature. The way this works is it is a creature, but simultaneously also an enchantment. Creatures just have attack and health. When their health goes to 0, they die. They just, like, but that's it. Like, they don't go away on their own. They can attack, right? Enchantments have a so-called span. This is this yellow heart up here. This span indicates how long this enchantment can stay on the board. So at the start of your turn it ticks down. Once it reaches 0, the enchantment dies. In other words, this Radiance only has 1 more turn of attacking. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play this Blue Crest Villager. And if I just left this Blue Crest Villager on the board, it would die, right? It would just get attacked and die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toggle this and put it into what's currently still called defense mode. I'm going to refer to it as the guarded stance because that's what it's actually going to be called once everything has been put into place a bit prettier. In the guarded stance, our creature can't be attacked. It also can't attack, but it does help us protect it. So in this particular situation, I play a creature and then I can just say, okay, I don't want the creature to just die right now. That would not be good for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and protect it a bit. Now, there is a Beholden Becomes, which is a nasty creature. Because you can see it's a 3/3 and it has an ability to become a copy, which is a bit scary. Now, the Radiance will die at the start of the turn. So we don't need to worry about that anymore. I'm going to... So, if you go second, you get a coin. Which you can play this to gain... what we call Jolly Mana. This is the official name for this right now. So Jolly Mana is mana of all colors. Which means it's blue, green, red and purple. Like it's all of them. Which is really convenient. Because that now lets me play Knight of the Church. Knight of the Church has a dawn effect. Dawns happen when the creature enters the battlefield. So this dawn effect deals 3 damage to a creature, blows that up, and then I get this. I get a development, which is a landmark. That's what they are called. So I'm going to pass the turn, and then the Radiance is supposed to have died. God damn it. Oh, now he killed my development. Oh, man. Okay. Big oof. Hey, Pembroke Guardian. You know what's an extra big oof about that? This bug was fixed yesterday. That worked properly yesterday. I don't know why it's broken now. Oh well. So that's of course a bit of a problem. So Knight of the Church also has a second effect. Whenever this creature destroys another creature, develop. So the way develop works, which I'm going to show you in a second. I'm going to figure out what we do here first. Alright, because this Radiance is still in the way, which is kind of annoying. I can try chipping away at it with this. Alright, so we start by doing this right here. So this kills that, and then we get our development. What a development is it's a landmark. Now, landmarks are a type of card. It's also placed on the board, but it doesn't work like an enchantment. So landmarks they don't go away. But they can also be attacked. Now they have a plating value, which is this gray heart here. And plating is something that reduces all damage you take to 1. So every plating, it blocks a damage instance. That's what it does. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play the Sage of the Old Arts, which will disarm this guy. And then I realize I am really bad at my own game. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Alright. I can activate this ability to give me a mana, which I will then use for my hero power to like shoot like this and deal a little bit of damage here. This guy's disarmed right now, so he can't attack. Okay. So I am bad at my own game. Because what I just did is I played the Sage of the Old Arts, but I didn't queue my mana properly, meaning I didn't have the mana I needed for this to actually work out in the way I wanted to. Okay, so we got the Bloom Vagrant in play. We need to think this through. This is where it gets tricky. I would like to play Search for Truth, because this makes it so that I draw a card whenever the creature attacks, which seems pretty convenient. I also want to use my hero power. And then I would also like to play either the Spirit Sprite or the Radiance. And now we need to think through how we best do this. I can use this to trade here. And I can, if I give this +2 attack, that's probably best. So let's start with this right here. So now our Blue Crest Villager has +2 attack. It lost 2 attack because of the Paladin's hero power, which gives a creature -2 attack for a turn. Now I can use this to attack here. I draw a card. Now, this Bloom Vagrant is also an enchantment creature. When an enchantment creature dies, it leaves behind the enchantment, right? The enchantment part of it, which is the enchanted at the end of your turn, summon a 2/2. So the Bloom Vagrant, while it's dead, its effect is still around, which is really strong and kind of scary for us. That's why we have a copy of it in our deck ourselves. Then, I'm going to now queue up a purple mana. Right, this makes it so I make sure I use my purple here. Admittedly, I can only use purple, but that's fine. Now the question is, do we want Radiance or do we want a Spirit Sprite? I think we want Radiance because the Bloom Vagrant is going to summon a 2/2 and we need something to deal with that. So we're going to play the Radiance, and now I'm going to use my hero power to deal 1 damage here and deal 1 damage to face. And then I'm going to use my Sage of the Old Arts to trade there. And that's my turn. Okay. Oh shit, we just got Pandemic Blight. So Pandemic Blight is a really strong removal spell. You can see here, deal 6 damage to target creature. If that kills it, deal 6 damage to the creature to the right of it. Repeat this. Repeat until this spell fails to destroy a creature. So it just like rips through an entire board. It's quite the scary effect. Okay, so we have 6 mana right now. This guy's still pumping out 2/2s. Which is a bit scary. Okay. What do we do? I need to deal with the 2/2s. I think the best way for us to do that is probably with the Living Rampart. And I would like to get this Moon's Blessing out. This is just gonna be a nice enchantment that will stay on the board and continuously provide us with resources. It does cost 4 mana, but yeah. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and play these 2. Here's our Living Rampart. And then we're going to play the Moon's Blessing. So now we have this enchantment in the game. Or in the play. In play, sorry. We have this enchantment in play, which will always provide us with more and more resources. So this is kind of scary. So this is a card called Ready the Vanguard. Which lets you summon 3 2/2 creatures and then give them +1/+1. Which, as you might imagine, that's a lot. That's a lot of power. Alright, so this guy has -1 attack right now, so we're probably not going to get a lot of value out of attacking with him. Are those free Elks? Those are not free Elks. Don't even talk to me. Okay. Who came up with this game? This game is too complicated for me. Small brain can't handle it. I can play Search for Truth. Alright, I think we do this, yeah. We do Search for Truth here. So now we have 1 attack on this guy. Which means I can use this 1 attack to hit here. Then I can use my hero power to deal with these 2. And then I can use my Bloom Vagrant as like a continuous source of creature generation. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. Oh, man. Would you consider simplifying the game? The game is not highly complex. The game, it's just there's a lot of thinking going on right now because I'm trying to win the game. Like, there's not that many complicated elements. Like, it's really just a matter of, you know, like, you want to make sure you make good plays. That's kind of like the thing, you know, like, it's really about that. At least to me, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be the one saying it. I should be taking your feedback seriously. I don't mean to just dismiss your feedback. That is not what I'm trying to do here. Alright, so one of the good things is we have Destruction coming up, which is insanely powerful because it has Overwhelm. Which what Overwhelm does is it makes it so that any overkill damage you deal to a creature goes to the enemy hero. In other words, I can use this to remove a creature and then also deal massive amounts of damage to the enemy hero. So, right now, we're gonna play Radiance again. Because Radiance is good. And lets us deal with stuff. I want to play the Sage of the Old Arts. Alright, let's plan this out. We're definitely using our hero power. This is... I have 7 mana available right now. So we play Blue Crest. Okay, we play the Blue Crest right now. Nice, another Overwhelm. We play Sage of the Old Arts, which we'll use to disarm the Protector. And then we shoot you. And everything I have deals at least 2 damage. So I'm actually gonna probably shoot the Radiance, right? That seems sensible. And we got a pretty strong board here. Ooh. Okay. So, I do want to stress that there's also, like, a lot... Like, the game can also be a lot simpler than it is right now. So, like, at this particular moment, right? Like, I'm playing a deck that requires a lot of stranding. Stranding? What is that? Planning and strategy. I guess it's planning and strategy combined. It requires a lot of strategy. That's very much kind of like intentionally. Like I wanted to show you something that is a bit more complex. That's why I started out with like a, you know, blue and purple deck like this. There are however other decks that may be a little bit more straightforward if that's what you're looking for. Well, now we need to figure out how the hell do we deal with this. Oh god, the board is just getting bigger. So what just happened was Rally, which is like a specific keyword effect. But like the Rally effect from the Protector triggered with the Luminary, which meant that all of the creatures now got buffed. And so we gotta figure out how to get past that now. Okay. Man, if only I had 1 more mana. Okay. What do we even have available? So we have 5 damage that needs to be dealt to this guy. We'll just start out by doing this. This guy has to go. The guy is way too dangerous. Overwhelm and Rally? No, not sticking that around. Oh, by the way, I'm currently taking Overwhelm damage. That's not intended. That's a bug. Overwhelm right now is a bit broken because it's doing damage even on my turn. It's not supposed to work that way. Okay, we play that, and I think I'm gonna play. I'm dead. I'm dead. All right, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna play Peaceful Evening. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's lethal on the board. Alright, Shu, put me out of my misery. Damn it. I lost the first game on stream. Feels bad, man. Oh, God. Okay. So, let's try something a bit more straightforward. So let me go ahead and show you what is probably my most finesse deck. So this right here is my aggro deck. It has beautiful cards like Blight Baptism. Give a creature Dusk, which is, you know, like on death effect if the creature dies. Dusk, resummon this creature once and then advance your mutation counter by 2. Very powerful. We've got Deconstruct, which is just bold. It's bold. We got Egotist, which is one of the strongest 1-drops in the game. We've got Son of Driven, which is also one of the strongest 1-drops in the game. We have Tesla Dog, Wilhund. We have Black Dragon Saint, which again, just kind of like nice early game, in your face. And then we have what's probably the most interesting card in the entire deck, which is the Stance Controller. Stance Controller is something that some people don't like. I love it. So what Stance Controller does, it allows you to change the stance of a creature. Well, I'm gonna show you how that works out in game. I would say I actually quite enjoy the complicated stuff, calculating optimal place and such, so I'm definitely interested in the stuff you showed off, just so you don't think everyone hates it. No, I think, like, it's definitely not that. Like, I know that to some people, the complexity in Chroma might be a bit too much. Okay, I get that. But the game is really meant to be something that people that like card games, that's who it's for, right? Like, if I think you can still get into card games with this game, but it's really meant to be like the target audience as people that have played card games in the past. Okay, so you can see we've got like a lot more aggressive of a curve here, but probably don't even want to keep that because we're going second, which is brutal. Oh god, we're playing as Iron Wraith. Every time I play against Iron Wraith, I'm just like terrified. Okay. So, Iron Wraith is really scary. So, first of all, Iron Wraith has an active ability here, which give a friendly character +2 attack until end of turn. So that means he can give anything +2 attack and just use that to swing. But, that's not what makes Iron Wraith really scary. What makes Iron Wraith really scary is that Iron Wraith, while he only has 5 board spaces, all of his creatures have +1/+1. Which means anything he plays just starts out really fucking big. And that is really, really scary. We got a Dragon Beetle though, which is the best card in the game. Oh, I love Dragon Beetle. So, Dragon Beetle. Dragon Beetle has a so-called evolution effect. So you can see evolve 7 or when this creature deals damage to the enemy hero at the end of your turn game +1/+1. Currently, Dragon Beetle is just a free 4. It doesn't have any effect. But in the bottom left corner, you can see M free. This is the mutation counter. Once the mutation counter reaches the value displayed on the card, the creature will evolve and become this new type of... will get the new effect that is listed. Dragon Beetle is a bit special though, because Dragon Beetle has a secondary way to evolve, which is when it deals damage to an enemy hero. In other words, after I go face, the Dragon Beetle has now evolved, which means at the end of your turn it gains +1/+1. Anyway, we're gonna play the Battle Standard. This is a weapon that allows me to attack. It also triggers my hero power, which deals 3 damage to the enemy hero. And then I'm going to attack with my weapon into this guy and just get rid of it. Nice. Got him. Alright, just get rid of Big Boo. It's good. And now you can see our Dragon Beetle is starting to grow. I want to be very clear, the deck we're playing right now is very much an aggro deck. It's very much an aggro deck. That's what it is. Okay, so this guy is warded, which means it can't be targeted by spells, hero powers, or active effects from us. So if I want to play Deconstruct, I can't play it on this guy. Well, apparently, no, there it is. I can't play it. So we need to kind of figure out a way to deal with this, or do something else. I think right now might be a good turn to just break this, because our Dragon Beetle is still... Dragon Beetle might actually die to the hero power then, but that's okay. It still did a lot of damage if that happens. I could play Gift of Conviction. That way I buff the Dragon Beetle up to 11 attack. Keep my weapon up. But I don't have anything else to do this turn. I think our best play is to play the Black Dragon Saint and play the Insurgent Automaton. Just swing with both of these into this. That way I have a lot of power and potentially an ability I can use next turn. So the Insurgent Automaton has an ability. Oops, sorry, that's kind of buggy right now. It has an ability. You can activate the abilities with this. Don't worry, there's like a new UI for it coming. When you activate an ability, it has a cooldown, and it has a mana cost, and then it has an effect. So Insurgent Automaton has a cooldown of 2, meaning it can use its ability every other turn, right? Cooldown of 0 means you can use it however you want in a turn. Cooldown of 1 means you can only use it once in a turn. Cooldown of 2 means you can only use it every other turn. So this has a cooldown of 2. And then it costs 3 neutral mana to use, which is 3 mana of any kind, and then it just deals 3 damage. So you can use this Insurgent Automaton as a way to, for example, this Big Boo. Well, Big Boo I can just snipe out with the Insurgent Automaton. Yes, it's a little bit mana inefficient, right? Spending 3 mana on that is not necessarily worth it. But you gotta keep in mind that we're not using a card, and that can be really, really important. Alright. So, we have 5 mana. How do we want to spend it? I think this is actually exactly the kind of situation I just talked about, where I don't necessarily want to spend the mana on the Insurgent Automaton, because I can push more damage right now. If I just play the Deconstruct, I can snipe out Big Boo. I can play the Gift of Conviction on my Insurgent Automaton, give it 8 attack and make it be warded, and put down an Egotist. And then I can go for face. I can go face for 12. Which is pretty good. Where's the owl, by the way? I'm playing the owl. I'm the envoy. This is the owl. We need to talk about the owl. This is the owl. How does the mutation number increase? So the mutation number increases. There's some cards that increase it. It increases naturally at the start of your turn. And you should be able to spend mana to increase it. Like there should be like a way to just like put a mana in and increase it by 1. Currently that doesn't really exist. But yeah. Are we winning? Currently we are. Iron Wraith is at 14 HP. We've got a strong board. We even have some resource generation still in hand. Honestly, it's looking pretty good. Oh, what's that? Blown Away. So Blown Away is just something that like will kill something, but it's not really that good. And that's going... Well, sorry. It's not really that good in this situation. There's no intentionally bad cards in this game. Oh, I can use the Insurgent Automaton active. Yeah! Got him! So there are no intentionally bad cards in this game. That just doesn't exist. Everything in the game is very much meant to be good. So anyway, the owl. This is the envoy. This is the owl we were talking about. Yeah. Why would you have bad cards in a deck builder? Well, if you play a game like Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering, there's lots and lots of bad cards that just exist to fill up packs. So that when you buy a pack of cards, you can get unlucky and just get a bad pack, and then you need to buy a new pack of cards. In Chroma, we are not going to charge you for cards. When you download Chroma, which will be free to play, you're immediately given access to all of the cards. You can just use all of them without any restrictions. And all of the heroes. We're just not going to charge you for that. So you can just, yeah. Say, are there going to be troll/meme cards? Yeah. There's gonna like, so there's definitely gonna be some cards that are like not necessarily competitive, but they're gonna be like wacky, right? But if you look at Hearthstone, there's stuff like Silverback Patriarch, which is a 1/4 that just does nothing. Like it's just like it's just bad. Anyway, what? Oh, let's try this deck. This deck is not super finessed, but let me go ahead and explain it to you. So, what this deck tries to do is it tries to put a lot of spell power on the board. Spell power is an effect that increases how much damage your spells deal. Oh, I should put this card in. I should put multi-shot in. That's a new one. We can probably get rid of the Egotist. Probably don't need that. And probably don't need Pandemic Blight. There we go. Multi-shot is good. So, the idea of this deck is get spell power on the board, keep it on the board, and then use spell generation to, like, murder shit. You'll see in a second. Our curve, as you can see, is pretty mixed. We mostly are aiming for 2 blue, 2 green by turn 6, so we can play Living Spark. Living Spark on turn 6 is really, really important. Like, ideally, we want to play this card on turn 6 every time, because what it does is it, at the end of my turn, it adds an Assassinate into my hand. Assassinate is this card, which deals 2 damage twice for 2 mana. That is not a very... Like, that, I know that doesn't seem that scary, but spell power makes this scary. It scales really, really well with it. Meaning you can just snipe shit out for a ton of damage. You also have Echo Mage, which is another key card in this deck. So Echo Mage has 2 abilities. The first one allows you to uncover a spell. Uncover means you look at your deck and you know, like, so currently the way it works, we're currently a bit of process of developing this, whether or not this is good. But the way it currently works is, if it says uncover a spell, it will look at the top cards of your deck until it finds 3 spells, and then let you choose one of them. And then the second ability is you may cast a spell from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Now, the ability itself has a really high mana cost, right? It has a mana cost of 5, which is pretty heavy. But despite that, the Echo Mage still allows you to just kind of like repeatedly use spells to just hopefully overwhelm your opponent by getting a lot of value out of them.
If everything is free, how do you make money then?
Hey, G9 Randoms. Cosmetics! Wait, I can show you some cool ones. Wait, 1 second. Here, this is gonna be, like how does Dota make money? Cosmetics. But, so, we actually have 2 major... So, for the Kickstarter, we're going to have some cosmetics that are, like, part of the, that you can get as, like, a reward, right, for putting money into the Kickstarter. And, in here, so this is one of them that you can get. This is an alternate artwork for Gradasa Hema. And this right here is the another one. This is an alternate artwork for Einar Illuminator. It is, there's still 2 more coming of the same level. But yeah, like, I think you can definitely do a lot with cosmetics. I don't know why not. Anyway. So we want to keep this. We get to start with Egotist. Against Mama Yaga, that's not super important though. Griffin Archer is nice. I think we want to shuffle this back. Alright, so the important thing is we got a Living Spark. We got a Blight Tamer. So I'm going to play the Blight Tamer right now. We're going to leave it in the combat stance right now. For now, that's just now. As soon as something comes down on the board, we're switching though. Oh, there. Okay, well, immediately murdered. Cool, we'll just use our hero power and just snipe this out. Chimera has a really simple hero power with just deal 1 damage. But yeah. Okay, I think we can Dragon Beetle here. That seems reasonable. Master of Arms. Master of Arms is really scary because you get this development down and you can use developments to generate mana. And Mama Yaga already has fucking infinite mana. Oh my god. So Mama Yaga currently has 4 coins in hand. Because Mama Yaga starts with 2 extra coins and then she got one for going second. And then she got one from the Benefactor. And then she got the development. So right now, in theory, Ivan Yesta could spend 10 mana this turn. Oh god. Alright. That's a bit scary. We're gonna play this Automaton. Do we leave it? I think we actually leave this in the combat stance. So I put this into the guarded stance because I want to make sure we have the spell power available. But we're going to use this to snipe out this Master of Arms right now. Okay. Will you add team matches like 2 versus 2? There's a Kickstarter. There's going to be a Kickstarter stretch goal for something like that. But as things stand right now, currently that's going to be a bit much to ask. I don't think our resources stretch that far currently. I think it would be neat to have a 4-player. I think that would be really neat, yeah. Okay. So, by the way, there's some heroes that still, I believe, definitely could use a little bit of work. In terms of their balance. Mama Yaga is definitely one of them. She's really powerful. So she just played an Ornament to the Gods. So Ornament to the Gods is a so-called landmark. Landmarks, as I already mentioned, are difficult to destroy. Oftentimes, they have effects that affect the entire board though. So Ornament to the Gods has Dawn's trigger twice. This means, for me as well, right? So if I play this Forsaken Armor, which gives me 6 plating, gives me 3 plating. I actually get 6 plating now, which is pretty good. I think I'm gonna go and deal with this. Yeah, let's just kind of remove some mana from this situation. Is AI implemented? There is a very basic AI that is not smart and will buff the enemy's creatures. Our current AI is like, can I play cards? Yes, cool, I will play cards. Where are the cards? I will play all of them. Not necessarily the best way to go about it. But that's what the AI currently does. So. Okay. So, we gotta think this through a bit. We have to get rid of this old sorcerer. I think we do have to start fighting for this board a lot. So, we definitely want to play... I think our turn is just Automaton, Hero Power, and an Automaton active. There we go. There's definitely another line of play we could take. We could, for example, put down a Living Spark and then use Blight Baptism to keep the Living Spark alive. But that is not necessarily always the best thing to do. Oh my god. Wait, are we dead? Wait, I think I just found an infinite loop of mana. Oh no. I think I just found something that I might need to fix. Okay, so this card has an ability that has a 0 cooldown with 3 mana, return a friendly creature back to your hand. This guy develops twice, which generates 4 developments, which you can use to generate 4 mana, which means if you have this on the board, this guy is infinite mana. This guy right here doubles your infinite mana, so now you have twice the infinite mana. This is not supposed to have a 0 cooldown. I don't know why it has. We gotta probably look into that. Okay. So this guy gotta go. The priest of the church is a bit much to deal with. Yeah, we're definitely on the back foot a lot right now. I can use this ornament to the gods as like fuel for protection, which is good. I think we assassinate this guy just so it doesn't get bounced. We don't want that. We played this right here. And we just gotta start pinging this thing. This thing gotta go. This gotta go. Yeah, no. Wait, I gotta make a note really quick. But anyway, I gotta where do I put this note? Wait, where's my... Okay, cards, there we go. What was I doing? Ornament to the gods. So the gods. 0 cooldown? Question mark? Okay. Oh, I can get even more armor. I can also just hit here in a Blight baptism. Or pandemic blight. Pretty good. I think we can wait a bit. I mean, we have 16 plating. It's not like we're gonna die anytime soon. Okay. Ah, fuck, I suck! I didn't queue my mana. This is just something you gotta be aware of, right? Like, you gotta be careful with it. You gotta make sure you're queuing your mana properly. Because I wanted to play and assassinate and get rid of the ornament to the gods. Now, admittedly, look guys, we need to like have a better auto cure, right? Like that, like uses the mana smarter automatically, right? Currently, we don't have that yet. We'll get to it, but for the time being, even without that, it's just me making mistakes that I don't need to make. Could you Pandemic Blight the development? No, Pandemic Blight deals 6 damage to creatures. It doesn't deal damage to any landmarks. So in that way, yeah, it will only spread from creature to
As
another
part of your
creature.
Kickstarter, you should make a reward tier for all artwork where all the cards are just the doodles that you are using as placeholder art.
Ashley, thank you very much for $5. Way ahead of you. That's definitely a thing. Way ahead of you. So... Oh, I gotta get rid of this thing. The value generated by this stupid ornament is absurd. Okay, well, at least we can deal with it now. Right, so we do this. And we can start getting our own value engines going. So we played a Living Spark. Definitely put that into the guarded stance. We want to protect that. And put a Blight Baptism on it. I even have a little bit of extra mana for an Assassinate. I'm not sure if I want to use that. But these priests of the church, they have to go. I'm keeping the Assassinate for now. I'm keeping the Assassinate. But yeah, the placeholders, they will definitely be available on the Kickstarter. That's gonna be a thing. Don't worry about it. You can also, something that's already in the game is actually the ability to select different artwork. I know that we programmed it. I know that it's like a working feature. I don't know if it's in the current build of the game. I gotta check for that. Okay, so there's a lot going on right now. So the good news is that we're not dying. like anytime soon. We're good. And we got a living spark to stick, which is really important. We can actually start doing some more clearing. Oh, there's the Echo Mage. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and deal with this immediately. Like, we've dealt with too many ornaments of the gods. It's not really a good idea to continue on with this. We could play Pandemic Blight here and like try to tear through the board like this, but we still have 12 blighting. Which makes me think it's probably better to just put down another one of these and start generating more assassinates. How do you get rid of guard stance units? So, creatures in guarded stance can still be hit by all spells, by all abilities, by everything except for attacks. They just can't be attacked. Right? So, it's not impossible to get rid of them. Any removal, anything at all, will do. But you have to actually have something. Wait, did you just... Wait, what? Where did you get that guy from? That's illegal. Okay, so this is pretty good. We can now play... We'll shoot here, right? And wait, let's plan this out a little. I gotta start dealing with the priest of the church. So we definitely pandemic blighting here. I can't play one assassinate. I think we'll kill the protectors here. And then we'll play the pandemic blight. Which destroys all of that. I think we're starting to look like we're actually back on the board. Whoo! So you can see this is definitely a lot slower of a match. What if the unit in guarded stance is warded? Yeah, well then you're probably not gonna be able to kill it that easily. Then you need AoE, then you need specific shit. Look, if you have a unit in guarded stance that's warded, that unit is just really difficult to kill. But I personally don't really see that as a problem. That's just the way to win. Right? Like, that's the thing. You gotta have a way to win. In my case, it's throwing assassinates at everybody. In my case, I'm playing a singular card many, many times over and over again. Also, thank you so much for letting me get that much plating. That's actually been keeping me alive so fucking hard. Okay. Hey, that's good to hear, Karyusha. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so now we are starting to get into an interesting stadium. We're going to play the Blight Tamer, which gives me some spell power. By the way, Blight Tamer has an evolution. It requires 20 turns. But it does give +7 spell power. Which means that these boys will be doing a lot of damage. Okay, what am I more worried about? The living spot, the protectors, the priest of the church, the boundless spire. Can I just be worried about all of it? Is that okay? Well, I should actually have enough mana to like shoot most of it, right? I just shoot this guy. I shoot this guy. I shoot this guy. And I shoot again here. Alright! Hey! We're still here. We're still here. Starting to come together. So I would really like to play this Echo Mage and dig into my graveyard and play another Blight Baptism and put that on the Blight Tamer. Ah, fuck. God damn it. Alright, got assassinated. Yeah, I kind of needed that guy to survive, but oh well. Do any archetypes have big weaknesses? Well, I mean, like, yeah, everything has weaknesses. I don't really know what you're asking there. Like, I mean, no disrespect, but that question kind of feels like, is the game poorly balanced? I'm like, well, I'm trying for it to not be poorly balanced. I am aiming for it to not be badly balanced. Is that a satisfactory answer? I'm not saying that it is super balanced yet, though. But look at that. I'm actually starting to draw all of my spell power. Shoot that nerd. Yeah. Cool. We're getting there. This was a very slow game. But this right now is kind of control versus combo-ish. I'm not really combo. I'm more like burn. That's what I am. I'm burn. That's it. That's the right description. I'm burn. So we're gonna go and just like start acting as if we're burn. Okay. So this guy a problem? Probably not. We can play the Echo Mage here. Then I'm going to use this. Discover Deconstruct. And I am an idiot! Ah, I didn't pay attention to my mana again. Fuck. Alright, we'll play the Insurgent Automaton. And shoot here. I'm actually gonna put this one back into combat stance now. This guy has stuck around for a while. God damn it, but we got it. We got this guy still. Don't worry. We're still here. We're still standing. Fuck. Fuck, we're not. I lied. Okay. Well, we still have another Living Spark, but I really can't afford to lose that one. If we lose this one, we probably lose the game. So if we have a look at our graveyard really quick. There's a lot of Assassinates in there. We have one Blight Baptism. This deck does play 3 of them. I think I want to protect my Blight Baptism right now. So I'm going to queue 2 blue mana for this, make sure. Alright, we're going to dig. We didn't find a Blight Baptism. Let's do this right here. Cast the Blight Baptism and cast it on our Echo Mage. Now the Blight Baptism has been burned, which means it's removed from the game. But at least our Echo Mage is protected. It's the limit of how many cards you can draw from your deck. Well, there's only so many cards in your deck. Once you run out of cards in your deck, you start taking fatigue damage, which works exactly like in Hearthstone, where you take 1 damage in one turn, next turn you take 2, and next turn you take 3. So you don't instantly lose, but you start losing really quickly. Like, I have the world's most cancer deck that is literally just... it's literally just... trying to get your opponent to fatigue. It's just... that's all it is. It's just... trying to make our opponent fatigue. It's the worst thing to play against. I absolutely love the card art. We at Exist Hours have done an amazing job. Yeah, I think so too. I think they're doing fantastic work. I'm really happy with it. Okay, I can shoot this guy twice and then play a Living Spark and start with my resource generation again. I don't know if this guy has anything. I don't think so. I think if Ivan Yesta had something to play, I probably would have killed my Echo Mage. Well, the Echo Mage has Blight Baptism on it. Okay. So we gotta start dealing with this. Now this is where the Boundless Pyre is gonna come into play. Whenever a creature attacks, add 2 coins to the opposing player's hand. Whenever a player plays a coin, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So the way this works is every time something attacks, our opponent, Ivaniesta, well, the other player gets 2 coins. But whenever a coin is played, Ivaniesta deals 1 damage to us, which is pretty nasty. We gotta kind of deal with that. I want to get rid of this monument to the gods first, actually. I think this is the scariest thing on the board right now. So we'll shoot here. We'll play an egotist. We'll shoot here and we'll attack here. Now, the thing about the Boundless Spire, you can either use it with a lot of coin generation as like, you know, a way to kill your opponent, or it can be used to kind of lock your opponent out of cards. Oh shit. We just got hit by Destruction. So Destruction has Overwhelm, and Overwhelm just burns through plating. Overwhelm completely ignores plating and just deals full damage. Which is kind of scary because, you know, we don't really want to see something like that. Oh. I hope you will put some attack animations like Lightning Strike, Flying Arrow, something like that in the future. Yeah, that's all coming. Look, this game is not done. This game right now is in a super alpha state. Like, okay. I want to, if you know, like, oh god, well, that's actually kind of alright with me. So, if everything goes well, I want to release this game in November. It's March. Right? What you're seeing right now is nowhere near the release date. Nowhere near. But I think considering that we're 8 months away from release, it's in a pretty good shape, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna do this. Why am I not getting Blight Baptism? Oh my god, I'm getting so fucking scammed right now. Alright, let me get that into the hook. This guy, by the way, that's an enchantment, disarm all creatures. Means for 3 turns nobody can attack. You only have 1 card in hand. What are the chances it's removal? It's removal. Chat, what do you think? Do you think if I play my Living Spark, it just gets shot? I think it's gonna just get fucking shot. It's not worth it. I'm gonna play an Echo Mage. There it is. Okay, we got a Blight Baptism now. We can start. We can protect it now. I think it's better. I think it's better to play the Blight Baptism with the Living Spark to make sure that we're protecting it. I just don't want to lose it. I think that would be really bad for us. Alright, it's a smarter idea in my opinion to get this guy out. Okay, so now we need to check how we do this. We're definitely assassinating. Alright, I just want to make sure we're doing our mana properly. We don't need any more blue mana, so we queue like this. We play the Living Spark. We play the Blight Baptism on top of it. We use this, and we shoot here. Good. Whew, I think we got it. This was a very grindy, very, very slow game. But I think we may have gotten there. Right? Because now we can start throwing out assassinates like it's nobody's business. We can start digging into our graveyard to pull out even more assassinates. Right? And just like start throwing these on there. Oh man, that was a grind. That was a grind. Another oration. Alright, I guess nobody's doing anything. Okay, well, we got it back. We got it back. Oh, thank God we got another Blight Baptism. But actually, I would have been able to recycle it from the graveyard anyway. Alright, just continue shooting these assassinates, honestly. Like, right now, I'm in full-on let's try and end this game as quickly as we can mode. Right? It's not that much damage remaining. What's the limit on the number of a given cards in a deck? 3? You can have 3 copies of a card. So 40 card decks, 3 copies of a card, and Legendary is only 1 copy. We did it! Yes! Oh man. Okay. You guys wanna play something dumber? Yeah, let's just play it. Here we go. Guys, I got it. I am done with these complex decks. I'm done. We're gonna play we're gonna take red and just put all of the red shit in a deck. There we go. What other red shit is there? You're red. You're red. You're red. There we go. You're red. You're red. You're red. There we go. Like, here we go. Good. Alright, so now we've put all of the red shit in the deck. By the way, do you like this feature? You can put more cards in the deck than you need to. Than you're allowed to. And then you can just remove them afterwards. Do we ever wanna, like, Pain of Combat? No. So okay, so I want to make clear what I just said here. You can't have more than 40 cards in a deck. Right? 40 card decks are the maximum. But you can only but you can put more than that into the deck builder and then just kind of like remove them. Which is just kind of something that makes deck building a little bit easier. That's good. Thanks for the screaming cocoa.
No problem.
Declamation is good, but it's kind of slow. And also it has active abilities, and that's just too complicated for me right now. Nothing that has, like, active abilities are illegal at this point in time. You look at how much card text this nerd has. You're illegal. Banned. And we'll remove 1 convocation. Right? Brain freeze. There we go. I'll call it that. So, let's see what we can do here. We're gonna... Oh, I would like to show you guys random decks at some point. Drake of Enosh, best card. It is a very good card, and I should probably have it in the deck. But I'm just... Today... Like, after those games we just played, we're gonna play the dumbest fucking shit we can find that requires no thinking and where we just play a boy on curve and that's it. We don't have to plan mana. We don't have to plan abilities. We play a boy on curve and that's what we do. Oh, man. This is the no thoughts head empty deck. That's exactly what it is. I'm not sure if it found somebody or it's just like... This is a little bit sketch sometimes. Like, sometimes it loads you in, but like the other guy didn't really work. And then it didn't really... Like, it doesn't really find somebody. I'm just gonna restart the queue really quick. Yeah, I found Ivan Yesta and then it didn't work. So that's something that happens. Not that big of a deal. Alright, because you can just go again. Your cat wants to print something. Oh yeah, Coco loves the printer. And by the way, I figured out who's hoarding all the toilet paper. It's Noah. It's my cat. Because for some reason, recently he started like protecting the toilet paper. I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's actually protecting it, but he's like standing guard in front of it. And I don't really know. I don't really know why. But it's like a thing now. Weird cat. Oh, that's not a great starting hand. That's okay. We're gonna just play this boy on curve and that's it. Or we might play Big Blue on curve. Here you go. Here you go, just bring it. Whatever, don't give a shit. It's a 5-3, deal with it. Oh, deconstruct, okay. I guess deconstruct would deal with it. Alright, here's another... I want to play Big Boo, I want to just hit this. I think I actually want to just hit this guy. So Egotist is annoying because it has Deadly, which is Death Touch. Like, it just destroys any creature this deals damage to. It's really irritating because it's so hard to just deal with it. Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh, he just took a lot of damage. Alright, well, we'll do this. Guys, we might be dead. No, 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 that's a good one. Okay, we might not be dead. We might not be dead. Hey, live long and prosper.
My sub, Senpai.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the 4 months. Already dead? Yeah, games in Chroma are quick. Chroma's a very fast game. Like, sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Like, the games we played before that were kind of slow. But if you have, like, kind of aggro decks going up against each other, it's just a slugfest and it ends instantly. I personally think that's kind of a neat thing. I like that. Like, I like that the games don't take forever. I really... Huh, what do we do here? So one of these gotta get killed. Then we have 4 mana. I think we just gotta, like... throw shit down and go face. Ooh, sorry Vaniesta, you got scammed. Feels bad. Game starts, also game ends. Yeah, no. Something I've been doing a lot. So like with our playtesters, a lot of them really like playing kind of aggro decks or combo, not aggro decks, kind of like control or combo decks. There's a lot of combo, right? There's a lot of that. So what I've been doing is like I'm just running around playing pretty much exclusively these like really annoying aggro decks, just to kind of like be like, all right guys, you know, you gotta make it so that some of these are like that. You gotta be aware that if your deck can't hold up against aggro, it's not a good control deck. Combo deck. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a good control deck either. Anyway, we got the best boy out. Okay. Oh, we're dead. Oh, I guess we're not dead. You just killed Einar? Alright, that's it. Rest in peace, Einar. Everybody push F to pay respects. Honestly, this was a pretty bad start for us. Not getting a 1-drop in this kind of matchup is a big deal. Which, admittedly, right now is a little bit unfair. Because green has more 1-drops than red. There's another red 1-drop coming, it's just not in the game yet. But because green has more 1-drops than red, red is kind of having a bit of a hard time. Anyway, can I ask you something? I would really like it if you guys could be honest, because this is pretty important. But do you think this game is a watchable game? Like, imagine it's Prettier, right? Just like, set that aside for a moment, just kind of in terms of gameplay. But like, do you think this is a game that's like... So what I mean with watchable, like, I feel like there's games that you... Like, they're fun to play, but they aren't fun to watch. Like, you go on Twitch and you don't really watch that, right? But, yeah. I can't imagine this when people are familiar with the card effects. Well, but that's just kind of like a card game thing. That's very much a card game thing. Right? You gotta know what the cards do. If you don't know the cards, then it's gonna be hard. Okay. I don't know if it's queuing right now. No, it is. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, give me a 1-drop. Yes! Alright. 1 mana, free of Taunt. I think we actually keep this guy. Because, guys, we are curved boys. Hornfly. Into Cloaked Figure. Into Crushing Finisher. Into Frog. Into Luminary. Yes! Curved boys. That's what we do. We play things on curve and we're happy about it. Hey Rusty, how are you doing? Are there infinite combos in this game? No, not really. Infinite combos in digital are kind of difficult anyway. Okay. Did I just fucking hit this guy? I think I do. I think I'm here to trade every turn, right? Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, this guy switches creatures into defense mode or guarded stance. And this guy can attack creatures that are in defense mode or in guarded stance. So that's why in that particular moment I was able to do this weird little sequence. Are you considering Twitch plugins like Mobalytics is using for Runeterra to make cards inspectable for viewers? That would be great, right? But that's something that like currently I'm not focusing on. But I would love to do something like that, absolutely. Wait, you put the Dragon Beetle into the... Okay. Well, that's a defensive Dragon Beetle. I think we just kind of like beat up that. I can't attack this right now. I guess protecting the Dragon Beetle kind of makes sense, but it's not mutated yet. Right, it needs a little bit more time to evolve. Is asked that if there was an infinite combo 2 games ago. Well, infinite combo is like a bit... Like, in that moment you could create infinite mana, but like infinite, it doesn't really work in digital games because you still have to click the buttons. And there's a turn limit. So like in theory, I guess it would be infinite, yeah. But in actuality, it's not really. Because you just can't click the buttons that often. So this guy has Rush, which means that lets me get in there. Okay, I'm gonna play this guy. This right here is gonna rally this guy. Now I can go in here and go in here. Ah. Is red not beautiful? Is red not the best color? Red is just like, just play the big boy. That's not true. Red isn't just play the big boy. But red can be just play the big boy. Oh my god, Rusty! Holy shit! Thank you very much for the 20 gift subs. Oh, crazy, dude. That's insane. By the way, I hope you guys like the music too. Like, I've been having it play. I think Killian did a very good job of it. Alright, we're gonna play this guy, which rallies our Paragon recruit here, and then we just go face. Holy shit, Rusty. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone, Bebu sip for Rusty. Tell them I said to get you to 700 subs. Alright, you're supposed to get me to 700 subs, which will require 3 more subs. Gonna 3 more. Everybody, Bebu sip until we get the 3 more. Okay. Well, I win, right? We're just gonna play another Luminary, which triggers this Luminary, which gives this guy buffs and this guy buffs, and I buff this guy, and oh my God. Boom. We got him. We got him. We did it. Look at us. Our stupid deck can play too. Look, even stupid decks have a bit of strategy. Alright. This is where I would like to take a moment and, well, do you guys want me to play any particular character? Are you guys interested in any kind of particular gameplay? What would you like to see? Like, do you want to see what I think is the most broken hero in the game? Oh, Bebu deck. Oh, you guys might want to see... Okay. This is Bebu Bumu. Bebu Bumu is something that we have heard a lot about. It's also the Bebu Sip. Now, Bebu Bumu... Let me check really quick that Bebu Bumu even works. I'm gonna go and check really quick in single player, because it doesn't have the ability text right there. But it's very, very easy to check. It does work. Okay. So let me explain to you how Bebu Bumu works. Bebu Bumu is in all likelihood the most difficult character to play in the game. So what Bebu Bumu does is she has her active abilities to change the stance of target creature. Which is not good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. So you might be like, okay, well, if that's all she does, what else does she do? Well, she has a passive ability, which makes it so that any unspent mana that you have that isn't floating mana, so anything that is in your kind of like mana curve, at the end of your turn, you gain all of that as floating mana at the start of your next turn. So if I have a green mana remaining at the end of my turn, I start my next turn with 1 green mana in addition to my normal mana pool. So she can kind of carry mana from turn to turns. Which is really, really dumb. But we need to figure out what we do with it. So my best guess, so I don't really know exactly what even is good with this. I think what you want to do is you want to use Echo Mage. Alright, I think Echo Mage using all of those mana resources is probably not too bad. Right? How much mana can you stack? So you have to use it. Floating mana goes away at the end of your turn. Meaning with Bebu Bumu, you can't endlessly stack mana. You can only stack mana from the last turn into this next turn. And then afterwards it goes away again. So you have to use it then. It's really weird. We could try... So my best guess is that what we want to do is we want to do Graveyard Recursion. Right? Graveyard Recursion is stuff like War Chronicler, which add a copy of a card from your graveyard to your hand. Graveyard Recursion usually has the downside of requiring quite a lot of mana. So we could play War Chronicler and Scholar's Attendant. But I don't know if that leaves us open for... No, Echo Mage is playable too. So if we go for mostly green and purple, we could, in theory... I'll try and do that kind of Graveyard Recursion. Now we just need stuff to, well, use. Like, what what do we want to use? Could get Pandemic Blight. What is floating mana? So floating mana is mana that goes away at the end of your turn. I'll explain it in a second. It's easier to explain once we're in game. Huh. Isn't this how Magic the Gathering mana works? Yeah. That's how mana works in pretty much all games, dude. So Blight Baptism is probably good to have as well. I don't think we're going into red at all. I mean, we could go into red a little bit with like Seek Advice, which is good. Oh, Chai said I need to give you guys keys. How do I give out a key? How do I give you guys keys? Wait, I have some. So the game is currently just on Steam. Now, if I'm gonna give out a key to chat, it's just a normal Steam key. What I request is that whoever gets it messages me on Discord so I can add you into kind of like give you the playtester role on the Chroma Discord. Because it really isn't a point to giving somebody a key if they're not gonna like play a little bit. And if you aren't joining the playtesting sessions, you're not really gonna get a chance to play. There isn't much of a player base. So yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a key right here. Alright. Sorry for not playing. Well, Pika Buddy, you're helping test with our shit. Like, you don't need to feel bad. I think we're gonna get 5 words, which is probably the most broken thing in the game right now. Okay, we're gonna go like that. I'm trying to think what's the best way to go about this. I kind of want to just put the Cash or Bluecrest Monastery in here. And I definitely want to play some Secret
I can
Plays.
interrupt your Chroma. Flooding mana is like coin or innervate from Hearthstone.
Hey, Alec forever. Yeah, kind of. Like, its mana goes away at the end of your turn. Okay, so that's one key. Here's another. In the meantime, I'm still building my deck here, and I'm not sure what to do with it. The Disappearance of Balaf. This is probably not really that good. Do you want to play like a copy of this? By only one? Well, I don't usually need more than one of this. We can play Pandemic Blight. Now we have so much removal though. Here, we can play Shields Up. Then we need green here. Well, our curve is like that anyway. Well, if we have a curve like that, we can play Dragon Beetle. And we probably want to play Ready the Vanguard as like another like value spell. Because what spells are we currently even getting back? Like, let's just kind of like put some shit in. Second Chance. Second Chance is probably like a bit much to ask for, but I guess we could go like that. Then we need to go like that, and then I guess we only have a choice of this. Oh, man. Okay. And one last key. How's the mana curve determined? Do you control it? Yeah, you can just adjust it. You predetermine your mana curve. You are in charge of it. You are the master of your destiny. So we're gonna play red just for Secret Wise, I think. Reinforced weapon, weapon master. None of that is really doing it. I think we want to play this guy. But my problem right now is like, what's the spells that I'm like even trying to get value out of? I guess just Ready the Vanguard. Right? I think Ready the Vanguard is our win condition. If we just play Ready the Vanguard every turn through recursing it, like through like getting it through the recursion, then that's a win, right? Colorless card exists? No, there are no colorless card. Alright, thank you for messaging me. For getting the keys. I will add you into the proper channels later. Alright. Bebu controls me. So, now we just need to think about what do we remove. We have a few too many cards. We probably don't... Do we want this? Do we want Blight Baptism? I think Dragon Beetle actually goes. Second chance, we probably only need one of. And I don't know if we need 3 Secret Wise. That might be a bit much. Okay. Alright. Are you guys ready to try out our weird-ass deck? Ah. I am really unsure about how this one is gonna go. But I guess it's actually trying to win through creatures. Like, it's actually gonna try to win through getting a bunch of creatures on the board. And, like, repeatedly getting value out of them. And, like, using Ready the Vanguard. This is gonna be weird. A very odd deck. Okay. I think this is keepable. I think this is good enough, yeah. Oh, we're playing against Bebo Boomo. That's funny. Well, I'm gonna just put down my eager apothecary right now. Hey, is there any streaming rules to Chroma? Yeah, you're not allowed to stream it. If you're gonna end up streaming the game, then I'll take away your key. That's the rule. It's fairly straightforward, I think. Okay. Gonna play shields up. Get some more HP, some more plating. Cool. Interesting. So I think we put this guy and this guy both into the guarded stance. And this is where we need to start thinking about how we deal with this. Because right now we've been pretty efficient with our mana. But it's starting to... that's starting to stop. I think right now, the best play is actually just to do nothing. So, this is what I mean. You see how we had 2 green and 2 purple remaining at the end of our turn? Now we have 2 green and 2 purple in our mana pool. Right? And we're going to have that in our mana pool at the start of next turn. So now you can see we actually have 9 mana available to us. Which is quite a lot. Just what the fuck do I do with it? But now that I have saved mana once, I can do stuff like play Ready the Vanguard. Give them +1/+1. Because the other effect is buggy. And just kind of leave it at that. How's Bebu OP then? Honestly, it's just something that hasn't been tested that much yet. I don't know if Bebu is OP. I don't really think so. Because like so far nobody has really been able to use her properly. But that might just be an issue with all of us being bad at the game, you know? That's always the tricky part. Is something fine? Is something balanced? Or are we just all really bad? And we just haven't figured out how to abuse it yet. That can be difficult to tell. And now important thing, I think Bebu would be really overpowered if she was blue, but she isn't. She doesn't have any blue. Doesn't have access to that. Because blue would be able to work with this much. Would be able to work the mana easier. I think we're still just happy to wait. Maybe I should play this guy for some protection. Alright. We'll get some more plating. Now we don't have that much floating mana anymore. I would definitely like to make an attempt at making Bebu work. Yeah, like, I think Bebu is definitely the kind of hero that's gonna appeal to the people that are interested in figuring out how to break something like this. Right? That look at Bebu and they don't think, I don't know, that sounds kind of complicated. But they look at Bebu and they're like, okay, so how do I get the most out of that? I find it very funny how kind of like in our community, we're using Bebu to meme a lot. And then in-game, she's this really weird, complex hero that might be overpowered, but also maybe not. Like, but that's kind of one of the strengths of the system, of the hero system. Right? There's gonna be some heroes like Bebu that are just fucking weird and have weird abilities, and it's odd and like, what? Right? And then there's gonna be other heroes like Iron Wraith that are just kind of nice and simple, and you can just play them, right? And I think that kind of like works in terms of appealing to like different kinds of people. Alright, that is really nice. Everybody, time for Pandemic Blight. Deal with all of this. Oh, my guy died because of it that binds. Right? Okay, that makes sense. I was confused for a second there. So I think we're gonna play the Scholar's Attendant right now. I'm going to put Trust and Regrowth into the graveyard. Now I'm gonna get ready to Vanguard. Oh shit, I wanted to get Blight. Pandemic Blight out of the graveyard. God, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. The good news is that I am looking much better on resources. Like, Shu has a lot of HP, but Shu doesn't really have that many resources yet. Okay. I don't know. So this right here is a weird card. If the Bluecrest Monastery has more than 50 plating at the start of your turn, you win the game. Ability 1 cooldown. Add 1 plating to this landmark for every creature you control. Ability 0 cooldown, 3 neutral mana. Summon a 2/2 creature. This is a win condition. A very strong one. I don't know if we can really get a lot of... I don't know if we want to play it right now. It might be risky. But let's... Do you guys want to start... Let's do it. I think I want to start applying some pressure here. So we're going to go ahead and play this. And then we can use this and immediately push this to 9. Which makes this quite difficult to kill. And I don't know if Shu plays something to deal with it. But if he doesn't, then I'm in pretty good shape. I find alternate win conditions distasteful. And nobody has ever managed to actually get the alternate win condition on this card yet. In like an actual proper game. It happened once in kind of a weird buggy game. But in an actual properly played game, nobody has actually properly won with the Bluecrest Monastery's effect yet. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. The Bluecrest Monastery's main purpose is actually being able to kind of provide a constant stream of creatures. I would like to get here, Pandemic Blight. And then I will wait, I think. Do this. Get us up to 10. Okay. Honestly, in a game like this, the blue crest might actually be the way to do it. Considering how much armor Shu already has. The good thing is I have 4 floating mana right now, so next turn is gonna allow me to just kind of do some nonsense for a bit. Oh, can I show... Wait, I forgot to show you something. Wait. I forgot to show that to you. Voice lines for the heroes are also coming. Okay, we play you. And then I think we do 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it still spawns 1 once. And then do this. I don't think I have to do anything else. Hey! Tika Takla, thank you very much for the 9 months. Very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do it again, please. I want to... Oh, you wanna hear it again? Wait. It's kind of difficult to click sometimes. There we go. Don't worry, proper UI is coming for this. This one up here doesn't want to. Alright, I'll just do this one. There we go. Don't worry, this is like a very early version. So the way this is gonna work is there's actually gonna be 2 menus where you can swap between sound effects and you can do like hero voice lines. So that's what this button is. The hero voice lines. We actually have... Do you guys want to hear Bebu's voice? I actually have I actually have the recordings. Ah, that's not great. That is annoying. That will kill my monastery. Unless I win beforehand. Alright, I have a new strategy here. Wait, it's not letting me swap. Okay, that's kind of silly. Are we gonna do this? I want to get shields up. I'm gonna play shields up. There we go, now it's working. Nah. You know, sometimes it's a bit quirky. Summon. Summon. 20. If I'm not gonna kill anything... If I'm not gonna kill anything, then, you can kill my blue crest. Okay. Anyway, Oh, did you just destruction me? Okay, okay. So, voice acting heroes. Yes. Okay, are you guys ready for Bibu Boomu voices?
Oh, this should be good. This'll be fun. Don't cry if you lose.
So yeah, that's coming. I already apologized for it. Okay, I'm gonna play another one of these. I need to make sure to spend my mana wisely though. Wait. There we go. And I would like to add our shields up. 26. I can use this, and I overdrew, so that card gets thrown away. But I'm currently totally happy with just... that's fine. We'll just win with the Bluecrest Monastery. We'll build up 6 armor a turn. 4 Shu goes to attack it. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. What? No! No way! Oh, come on! Alright, we got fucking right. I wasn't ready for that. Oh, shit. Okay, Shu. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So how long have we been going here? 2 hours. Well, let me show you like what an actual proper kind of like more of like a purplish aggressive deck looks like. Because purple is actually a really strong aggressive color as well. So far we have only seen it used for like weird controlling stuff. Oh yeah, and random modes. Yeah, we'll do that after this game. Okay. I think the house should be buffed maybe even at 30. I don't think so. Again, for the Bluecrest Monastery, the win condition, like the alternate win condition, is really only meant to be like a rare like occasion, right? Where it's kind of like you play it mostly because it can be used to generate value. And then if you somehow magically get up to that, like get into a situation where your opponent isn't doing anything, then what it does, it just kind of creates this like nice constant threat that they have to deal with it. What is each color representing? Like red is aggro? No. That's not how this works. So every color represents a certain attitude and a certain, like a variety of different things. So with our kind of initial launch of the game, what the colors are mostly going to be about is about the factions. There are 4 different factions: the Jackers Devoted, the Stewards of Fate, the Godbeast Congregation, and the Mystic Vanguard. That was a bit sketch. I'm gonna shovel that back. Oh, I should have kept it. Alright, well, we'll just scribe. We don't want that. Pass that right. So, different factions have kind of different attitudes and different elements to them. Why can I not play this? Oh, is it buggy? Oh, well, that's annoying. So Muse is supposed to be able to use, like her first mana is supposed to be all colors. That's why I play a red card in here. Okay, well, nothing we can do about that right now. We're gonna have to look into that later. That actually means my entire deck doesn't work. Because it's very much based on the idea that my first mana is all colors. Alright, I give up. Sorry, it just doesn't work. Alright, let's try some random decks. But the different colors are each representing a different faction. Now, the faction doesn't fully cover the color, right? So like different, like a faction is part of a color, but a color represents more than that. Like a color represents a certain way of using magic. A color represents a certain attitude in life. A color can represent many different things. Right? It's not just as straightforward as just saying it is the Godbeast Congregation or it is this and that. There's a variety of different elements to them. One of the things that's like, so currently though, again, it's mostly about the different factions. And for the different factions, let me dig a thing out really quick. All right. Let me just dig that. There we go. I got it. Huh, I'm smart. So, this right here are kind of the different colors. Hey, Ace.
It's been a while.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. So, purple is I ought, right? I should do what I should be doing. And red is saying we should all be doing what we should be doing. Blue is saying we want. We should be doing what we desire. And green is saying I want. It's about me. What I desire. There are, again, these kind of attitudes and philosophies are a pretty significant part of the construction of the entire lore, and it really influences every element of the game. It influences the card design. It influences everything. And yeah. So, for example, red, I think we just killed that. I think we just killed that. But for example, by the way, I should be using my hero power. Peaceful evening. That's actually probably a good one to have right now. So red represents kind of caution and being careful. They look at magic in the world and they can see, oh, this has caused a lot of harm, and they believe that it will continue causing a lot of harm. So what they say is, okay, we should be careful with using magic, and we shouldn't be using it recklessly. In fact, we aren't sure if we should be using it at all. And that's kind of again, like a shift of different attitudes. So that kind of a bit of more of an oppressive nature in red is represented by them having cards that can be a little bit of like shutting opponents out of doing things, right? It's saying no, you're not just gonna be able to do whatever you want, and kind of preventing them from doing things. Blue is about kind of society, and the Godbeast congregation. They are rich and powerful, and they show that by building things and developing the world, and you know, continuing to have, like, creating what they think is a lasting impression on the world. So for example, the development here, right? This is the peaceful evening. The sun is setting on a beautiful town that they have built. It is quiet. It is a peaceful evening. And so the Godbeast congregation continues to build their influence. They continue developing. They continue making money. Which in this case, money is represented by mana, right? So that's kind of the idea. Now on that note, I should probably be doing something here. I think it's time to play this boy. And we shoot here. But we hide this guy away. What's up?
Hey, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Discord and the event system.
Oh, okay. Mickey wants to tell you something.
Hi, friends. You're all good beans. So
You're not all good beans.
Alright, you're mostly good beans.
This is also complete nonsense.
Alright, you're all very bad beans.
Well, not all of them, but like most of them.
Most of you are very bad beans. Are you satisfied now?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking right now about the colors and the mana and the factions. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the Discord server, because if you guys have joined this Discord server, you'll know that we have 4 groups, 4 roles, people that have been sorted into their factions. Now, we wanted to have the Discord server be interactive and to not just have it be a place where people come to kind of say hi and then forget about it, but we're actually developing a system that is really interactive, and we're calling it events. So basically what it is a kind of D&D campaign. You guys, the members, will be playing as a group of wise, not really elders, not really counselors, but people who choose to give advice to younger, less experienced people. And in the world, there will be 4 of these people who need advice, and they will have convened on a city, and yeah, and they'll be asking you for help, and you will be guiding them through a democratic decision-making process, and then it will play out as to what happens and what goes on, and basically it's like everybody gets to vote on what a D&D character would do. We have 4 characters, 1 for each of the factions, and yeah, that will be coming soon. I'm currently in the process of writing it. And I wanted to make some observations about the factions and how they actually behave in real life. Because, you know, the factions in the game have strong values and they're all very different. And that's interesting because we've sorted people into the factions and they actually behave a lot like you would think they would. The stewards who like order, they have been cataloging things from the mediator.
Okay, but isn't this kind of like a very meta thing you're telling them right now?
I just want to let them know.
Okay.
Yep. They have been cataloging things, you know.
But wait, don't you think that the meta kind of ruins the experience at all?
Not really. I mean,
Well, but like, if you tell somebody you're doing this and they haven't really been noticing it beforehand, then afterwards, now that you made them aware, they'll stop.
well, all I'd like to say is that the stewards, you're very spreadsheet oriented, which is great. Exactly what I would expect from a steward. So yeah, so look forward to that. And if you're not already in the Discord, you can put !Chroma and it will show you to the Discord. You can, what can you do? It's press 1 in the welcome channel, I believe, to take the quiz. And yeah.
You can use !quiz, and if you just join the Discord, the game will will automatically tell you about the quiz.
Yeah, okay. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Alright, goodbye. Okay. So the monastery is a problem. Anyway, hello. Sorry. So we're currently playing random decks. You may notice that the cards in the deck, like, you can play all of them, not always on curve. I don't even know lore or story nowadays, a D&D thing. You just join the Discord. There's a lot of lore you can learn about there. Like, honestly, there's just a lot right there. It's very, very available. Okay. So we just kind of like beat up this guy. I think we have successfully managed to get into a situation where we are actually gonna be able to start dealing with stuff, which is pretty good. But yeah, random decks is, again, it's kind of like a very slower mode. Like a very slow mode where you need to kind of just sit there and like figure out, okay, what cards do I have? What cards can my opponent have? Right? What's a smart approach? How do I, well, how can I win? And in that way, I think it's a very interesting mode. Okay. I don't know, I like it. I think random decks is very fun. I get that for a lot of people, it probably probably won't be the most appealing thing. But I like how it's a bit wacky, you know? Anyway, does anybody have any more questions? Man, that's a lot of small boys. Well, multi-shot is very nice here. Just deal with that. I want to get this monastery dead. So that's kind of like my priority at this point. Because I don't want to deal with that. Can you make a deck solely on 1 mana cards? No, there's not enough 1 mana cards for that right now. Like, there's just not that many yet. There's more cards coming. We're actually, like, still adding new cards into the game. Especially some of the more complex ones, like... but right now it's, yeah, well, it's still in development. Okay, I think we finally got it. Man, that was a bit of a grind to kill that monastery, but... Well, that's kind of the idea, you know, it's supposed to be a bit difficult to kill. We'll do that here. Shoot it. Thank God. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with that anymore. Then we'll shoot here. So this guy has an ability that costs 3 mana, but has no cooldown, that deals 1 damage. Question, how close is this game to what you originally imagined you had in terms of gameplay, graphics, music, animation? I think in gameplay it's very close. It's probably a bit more wacky than I originally envisioned it. But that's not a bad thing. Like, Chroma's actually kind of a weird, wacky game. We haven't seen too much of this yet. Just because, like, our matches have been, I don't know. The matches we've had on stream have been fairly straightforward. But it is actually a bit of a wacky game sometimes. And, I don't know, that's not really what I thought how it was going to play out, but I guess that's how it has played out. But I don't really think that's a problem. Now, in terms of graphics, I mean, I'll be honest, like, it needs some work. Right? And honestly, like, that's, like, I think the board is alright. We are still working on a lot of this. And like, something that's still missing a lot, something that I was really hoping we would be able to do a little bit. I don't really want to use the word better, because, but I guess that's the right word. That we would be able to do a bit better was like particle effects and those kind of animations. But the thing is, we're still working on it. We have somebody new working with us on this, and well, he's doing a good job. So hopefully things will. We still have some time, right? And we should be able to make it a bit better. I don't know. It feels awkward right now. I know the way I'm communicating this is maybe a bit weird. You know, it's not usually good to, like, admit to weakness in that way. You know what I mean? Where I'm, like, basically saying, oh, no, this part we didn't do a very good job with. But, well, you know, we're working on it. Where's the kitty? She's just screaming. She just wants to go out, and when she wants to go out of the room or come into the room, she screams. Usually she does these two things very close to each other. So, yeah. I think music is good, right? I think the art and, like, the lore and all of that is really the best it can be. What we really need to work on is, like, I think the board could use, like 3D. Like, 3D is really the part where I feel like we're the weakest. Well, we're working on it. Promise. Right? Okay. So, I think this guy gotta go. Trade like that. Want to get this one, draw another card. Alright, I think we've managed to establish a pretty nice board control. I think the borders of the cards in play were all bland with the plain grey color, and the borders of the cards in hand could be a bit more saturated. What are your thoughts? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's actually still being addressed. Like, we're still working on that. But we do have some plans to make the cards on the board look better. And honestly, like what you mean with the cards in hand look a little bland, it's the same thing for when a card is placed on the board. The artwork doesn't look as good as it normally does. That's a lighting issue. But we are aware of this and addressing it. So I need to do 80 damage to you. Well, I guess luckily I don't have anything better to do. Luckily I'm not in a rush. I do want to say one last thing though. Usually when we playtest, it isn't this slow. Today we have had a bunch of really slow, very controlling games, but usually when we play, matches kind of like fly by really, really quickly. So this is just kind of a weird little sample size. But hey, I guess that's just how it works out sometimes. Right. Okay. Oh my god, more healing. Vanguard Recruiter. So this card, by the way, doesn't work properly right now. That's why I haven't been using these. Like, you're supposed to be able to select X, but you currently can't. Which means they just don't really work properly. Kind of a shame. Well, you've got... I think I know how we win. I think we might just win this through fatigue. There's only 9 cards left in the deck. I'm unhappy about that. Five words is a bit of a silly card. Prevent all damage that will be dealt during your opponent's next turn. Oh, man. Yeah, we're gonna need to... Like, that's a card that's already nerfed. Don't worry about it. That card is not gonna stay the way it is right now. Oh, what? You got another one of those? Oh, God. Alright, let's see if we find something good. I don't have any more spells? Fuck. Alright, we gotta... This is priority number 1. This is just too much value. Oh shit, I had extra mana. I could have done that. Oh, I guess not. Alright, Tesla dog. Yeah.
This is Sunday. Who are you and what have you done to Bummy on his sacred day?
Hey, Lawrence. Well, I thought I could do... I wanted to, like, finally do our little Chroma stream here, you know? That's what I wanted to do. So here we are. Although we are very much coming to the end of this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was okay with you. This actually looks like a real game, dude. It is a real game! Like, what do you think it is? Okay. Probably hit here. Shoot here. And then I need to consume this. Tesla dog goes face. I don't think I want to draw any more cards, honestly. Right? Because, like, fatigue is a big win condition here. Just ordered food, apparently just ring and leave it in front of your door because of Corona. Smart. Yeah. I mean, like, I heard that that's kind of like a new feature. We have the technology. Alright. So this guy's not great. Because right now I don't do any damage. Damn it. Yeah, beef. Take that. Okay. Well, we might be stuck in a situation where we can't deal damage anymore. Oh god. They're getting 5 voided. This is why I already said 5 words need to be. It's already getting nerfed. Don't worry. Luckily I have this guy who can still continue disarming. Yeah, this is a really dumb combo where you can use the War Chronicler along with 5 words to just kind of create an infinite loop of 5 words. Which means I can't ever deal damage. I guess that's just how it is. This doesn't do anything. God damn it. Well, I'm still winning on fatigue, so... Oh my god, who designed this game? Fuck. I would have won! Okay. Yeah, 5 words is a problem right now. Well, I can't do anything. So I'm pretty sure I actually do end up losing this. So that's not a great game to end on. But oh well. Look, it's not finished. It's not. And don't worry, like the important thing is, like, this is why we're doing this testing. Like, we're playing the game pretty much every day, right? And we're testing it for these kind of issues. So that when we make the game publicly available in like about a month, a little less than that, you know, these kind of issues won't exist. Oh my god, I can't fucking do anything. Okay, just fucking kill me. Mill the nerd. Well, the nerd is out of cards, but I'm still gonna die first. Fuck you, Drake. Fuck you. You wiener. Shall I push one if Drake is a wiener for making me deal with this? So, just in case you don't understand what's going on, War Chronicler has an ability that lets you add a copy of a card from your graveyard to your hand. Right? And that's what is going on. Just keeps adding the same shit to his hand and can't do anything. Because he just keeps casting 5 words. Oh, you're passing. Oh, now you're letting me play the game. Now that I have 3 HP left. Oh god, okay. Alright, fuck you, I'm taking it. If this is how I win, well then that's how I win, alright? I have no problem with that. Yeah, I'll coin and shoot you in the face. I mean, you've got no cards remaining. Like, this is... Unless there's, like, something really nasty up in there. Wait, I just took a point of damage. What did I take a point of damage from? Oh shit, I'm out of cards. No! No, I'm gonna die! No! No, I'm gonna die first! Oh, come on, man. This is stupid. Oh, man. No! No, I fucking died! Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna fire our game designer. Hiring a new game designer, by the way. Fuck. Oh, man. Anyway. We're gonna end it at that. I hope you guys liked it, right? Like, you know, it's not done, but I'm pretty happy with our progress. And yeah, next time I show the game, I will also be the day when it becomes available on Steam as a demo for everybody to download. So yeah, also 5 words is overpowered. I know. It's just a combination of the 2 cards. It's stupid. Like, I'm gonna fix it, okay? It's not gonna be in the game next time. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are, you know, I hope you guys are ready to give the game a try. That would really mean a lot to me. And I'll see you guys around. Have a good day.